Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another reaction. So we are checking out two music videos, or one recording video and one music video from Be First. Apparently I missed one, the recording video, first of all, from 3 weeks ago, so I thought that this would be a nice opportunity to do a double reaction, and then we'll do the music video for a song called Grit. Very excited about this one, so without further ado, if you are new to this channel, I've been checking out Be First on and off for a bit now, and I would like to think that I've been keeping up pretty well with their latest music videos. So if you're interested, check out the playlist somewhere up here or in the description of this video, and let's get into it. Love the piano.
君に夢中 I love you 僕の瞳にずっといて来世でも前世でもずっと会いたくて君に夢中四六時中ちゃんと言うからね聞いて何回でも何回でも名前を呼ぶよ Will you stay with me forever Stay with me forever, yeah. 月を照らされる横髪取れる時間がもっと欲しいよ。心に君映るたび make me high, high. 正直になれずにずっと turn in love, love, love. ただいまとお帰り、幸せ跳ね返し、傍らにさりげなく咲いた恋の花。
I love how jazzy this instrumental is.
心のもっと奥で覚えてるから。君に夢中 I say love you.
Oh man, that was such a beautiful note. Ooh, a little bit of falsetto. Nice. I'm in love with your hair. Love the color. That was beautiful. Oh. Damn, that was gorgeous. I love this instrumental because parts of it were like anime meets jazz in some way. Parts of it feel like it could be like a really wholesome song for like some sort of a drama. The vocalization, the ad-libs, the rapping, I really love that bridge also. Because honestly, it almost feels... It kind of feels like a hard beat in a way, like the heart racing to get to you or something like that. Like imagine, you know, you look at someone and suddenly you fall in love, you know, love at first sight, and you imagine your whole life together, and before they even speak to you, you're kind of like, oh man, there's nothing that I wouldn't do for you. Like that's kind of like the vibe that I'm getting. Somebody in the comment section said, I just imagined this song at my daughter's wedding and I cried. And honestly, there is a little bit of something there, especially with the notion of will you stay forever with me? There is a little bit of something that could fit that kind of a scenario. So this was gorgeous. Honestly, the vocals on these guys are beautiful. The lyricism is absolutely wholesome and incredibly like thoughtful, considerate. These guys definitely know how to switch it up from looking like, you know, badasses to being cool to being like, you know, the perfect quote unquote the perfect boyfriend or something like that in that perspective. So I really love the shift. And it's not like we haven't heard a song that is more lovey-dovey or more wholesome, like Blissful is another song that really showcased these guys like as like their vocals and also like a lighter side to them. However, I do feel like the actual music video that we're about to get ourselves into, if the title of the song is any indication, I feel like it's going to be a bit of a shift again because it's called Grit and these guys definitely have a lot of it. So let's get into it. Oh boy. Yeah, this is a shift. Ooh.
Throwing back to the days, 마다 두껍대 많이 in the frame 아가다가 가진 않도네 underrate 대관계 하는 나라 키마텔 고치는 개노 대목에만 타다키하게 개노 리사 만원 개발쇼 겁이 좀 못토록 가나야만 오야도富士山 나가메타 우미 너무 고 이마 돕고 마와테는 세카로 쉬고
Wait.
타다키하게 개노 리사 만원 개발쇼 겁이 좀 못토록
Mountain retreat COVID doesn't. A mountain retreat I would COVID doesn't know. Okay, that was cool. That was actually pretty cool. Like I'm so far off that even COVID doesn't know that I'm there, so I can contract it, and then to tie it together with the view of Mount Fuji is a really nice way to close that little metaphor with the mountains. Also, them kind of like talking about how they have the money, they have the fame and everything, but it's worth nothing if you don't have the grit, if you don't have the passion, if you don't have like a strive towards this, then what does any of it mean? And I also love the fact that they kind of acknowledge the fact that people might call them underrated, which like is supposed to be like in a good way, like groups that should be more popular, that deserve more love. So I'm not underrated, I'm ready for the big leagues or for whatever may take me into a higher level. That was cool. These transitions are wild. What the hell was that? And it transitioned from the motorcycle, right? Yeah. Well, it kind of a transition in a way. Yeah, it is. It is a pretty cool transition. That is so fucking cool. And I love that he's kind of like stuck on this motorcycle. Like it's supposed to be a vehicle that drives you ultra fast, but he's stuck in his ways. And also they just said, I've dodged disaster more than once, as you have like these tree branches that almost like crawling out of nowhere or something like that. Yeah, so it looks like, yeah, almost like tentacles of swords that are trying to kind of like grab at you or something. Oh. That's cool. Damn. Oh, that is cool. Wait, let's take it back. That was so gorgeous. And I also love the fact that, you know, it transitions to him and you have like all these crystals, these almost look like chandeliers above, which represents kind of like prestige and whatnot, which I thought was also really, really cool. And there's like I'm not sure what the frame photo is, but it almost looks like a bit of a black hole or something. Ooh. That's cool. Inside the bag and there's books or something? That is so freaking cool. He says, I left the ground long ago on a spaceship riding high, as they quite literally have a song called Spacecraft, which I feel like it's probably a bit of a reference. Also, amazing wannabe critics make me sigh, as I got all the love. I love the shot with the basketball and you have like the kids coming up to you, almost like seeing you as a role model. That is really, really cool because they're focusing on the right things, even though they come off in a quote unquote cocky way because they're snapping back at people, telling them that they're not good enough, calling them, you know, the line wannabe critics make me sigh, people that think that they know good music, or people that they think that we're not worthy of being in the conversation for whoever is deserving of, you know, fame or, you know, making good music or whatever. So even though they're coming at this with like a lot of sass and like confidence that can be mistaken for cockiness if you can't back it up, which they can because they got the grit. And no matter how hard you push me, I will almost like I got the grit in me to bite down on my mouthpiece if I'm a fighter, and I will continue swinging no matter what, and I will reach higher grounds, as they literally on the spaceship, as far as the lyrics. And I love like the shot of opening the bag. Inside the bag is like all kinds of books. Maybe it's like supposed to represent like knowledge or something like that. I got the smarts, I got the grit, I got what it takes to make it in this industry. Man, the instrumental was so nice. And I love the traditional background as well, the set. Very respectful while modern. Ooh. Mainstream, also another song reference. Ooh. Oh, that was nice. Ooh. Ooh, we're getting low. Nice. Oh my, what the? Wait, before it's... Let's take it back. I want to listen to that again. And I love the fact that they say, I've reached uncharted territory. As they say, I don't know if it's, oh, like the unknown, the uncharted territory, the darkness, the, you know, reaching another peak of another mountain and not knowing what's on the other side, what's on the horizon. I don't know what's going to happen, but I got the grit to face it. So that's kind of like what I feel like is the representation of that, which is really, really cool. I love the set design because it's like, it's traditional but modernized at the same time, with the motorcycle shot especially. It looks like something out of a freaking movie, but the background and the set is incredibly traditional. So I feel like like in their roots, they're being respectful. They're also being like role models to those kids as well. But they are still showcasing lots of like grit, no pun, and a lot of confidence, which I think is also really, really cool. Anyway. This is amazing. Damn, this is dope. I think there's got to be a symbolism behind the panda too. We'll look it up in a second. This is freaking amazing. The instrumental, like that little part after they say "I got the grit," it sounds like something out of a early 2000s song on like MTV or something. Very hip hoppy, very, very cool. This might be like their... I wouldn't put it as it's their best song, but it's their most... what's the word I'm looking for? It is... It's one of their most addicting ones, is what I'll say. Like... It is such a shift. Like, again, they put another layer in like this layered cake that is Be First, and there's so many different layers to them. And ironically, while having grit, they also show so much sass with this one. So even though I don't know if it's the #1 favorite song that I've ever heard from Be First, because there's a very good selection of amazing songs that they have, but it is probably the most earworm kind of song and the most addicting kind of song that has like an insane replay value to it, especially the whole chorus, not even the "I got the grit," but like the first part, or what is the pre-chorus, I don't know what to call it, like the whole "I don't know if it's oh," like that part is incredible, and then the "I got the grit" part is just intoxicating. So before we finish this reaction off, in terms of pandas that I promised to talk about, in Japan, pandas are widely regarded as a symbol of diplomacy, and in Japanese culture, pandas are beloved symbols of innocence and calm. Now, let's see if there's a further symbolism of pandas. So as far as spirit animal, the panda symbolizes luck and peace. It is a spirit animal that brings both gentleness and power and teaches you the importance of patience. It's interesting how it might relate to Be First as a group that has been through quite a bit and had to be also maybe even patient in some instances, as they do touch on it in the lyrics. Sorry, I've touched disaster more than once. Like they had to overcome some stuff, and they always remained calm and showcased a lot of grit, because it's something that you need to have. Grit, passion, tenacity, love for whatever it is you're doing, to a point where you don't really care about the money, because as they say, I have money, I have fame, but it means nothing if you don't have love and passion for whatever it is that you're doing. I can't sit comfortably in the same spot just because I have money. I need something to do. I have too much grit and too much passion for this to stay in the same place. So we continue to ascend, and eventually, much like the lyric said, reach this uncharted territory. And no matter what happens, we got the grit to power through and take on the challenge. So this was awesome. If there's anything else that I missed in this music video, feel free to let me know. And if you enjoyed this video and if I made any sense, let me know as well. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Be well and safe wherever you are, and have a wonderful rest of the week. See ya.